There's a teacher on your team you've been meaning to talk to. You know exactly who it is. You've rehearsed it in the car, in the shower, at 11 o'clock at night when you should be asleep. And every day you find one more reason that today isn't quite the day. Standard leadership advice tells you, find courage or build more trust. Well, that's not very helpful advice when you have a 10:15 a.m. planning period. This isn't a courage problem, and it's not a scheduling problem. Today, I'll show you the real system bug that keeps you stalling, and the exact 15-second experiment that gets you through their classroom door this week. Part 1. The real reason you're stalling. You've told yourself you're waiting for the right moment, or the right words, or for the schedule to calm down first. Readiness was never the real obstacle. So maybe it's the co-teacher who's talked over every planning meeting since August. Maybe it's the teammate whose tone shifted after your last observation and you still haven't asked why. So here's what's actually happening. Underneath the "I want to address this," your internal operating system is running a second competing commitment in the background. Continue to be the person everyone likes, or don't be that person that makes the workroom awkward. You're not stalling because you're weak. You're stalling because a hidden system loop is trying to protect team safety. Underneath that hidden commitment sits a big assumption that you've never tested. If I bring this up, they'll pull away and it'll destroy the relationship. That belief feels like a fact. It's actually just an untested hypothesis. Part 2, the hypothesis test. So how do you break the stall? Well, what you don't do is jump into some massive, heavy confrontation. That's way too high risk for your system right now. Instead, you run a hypothesis test. That's a low-stakes data run designed to test if your fear is actually true. To keep the experiment clean, you run a 15-second micro protocol using Torbert's 4 parts of speech. Hey, quick check-in. I noticed a small observable fact during planning yesterday, and I realized I never checked in on your perspective. Hey, do you have 5 minutes before Friday to catch up? Notice what that sentence does. It frames the context. It illustrates with a clean fact without judgment. And it also advocates for a check-in without blame. And it inquires with a low-pressure invitation. So isolate the variable so you can get clean data. Part 3, the data audit. Once you send that message, your job isn't to get a perfect result, it's to collect data. Compare your fear's worst-case simulation against 3 real-world metrics. The response payload. Did they attack? Or did they just say, sure, when? Relational temperature. Did the room explode? Or was it just 30 seconds of mild uncertainty? And survival rate. Did the working relationship just break? Or are you both still standing? In 9 out of 10 cases, the data proves that your big assumption is wrong. And even if they are guarded, you learn a critical system truth. Discomfort is not disaster. Here's your Monday morning test. Before your next planning period, write down the name of the teacher you've been avoiding and complete this sentence. If I say this, I'm afraid blank will happen. That written answer is the untested hypothesis controlling your calendar. So send a quick email or say it in person and gather the data. This is grounded in Robert Kegan and Lahey's research on immunity to change at Harvard. People don't stay stuck because they lack commitment or willpower. They stay stuck because of competing hidden commitment that is quietly running the system. So test the underlying belief with a small experiment and the system will unlock. I know you can do it, and I want to hear how it went in the comments below. Now, if the conversation you're avoiding isn't with a teammate, but with your own principal, The person who's the real barrier to your team working well, well, that's going to be next week. So, hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.